There. Now we're in trouble. All right. Well, if more people tend to hop on, but I am going to start out the music if I get it right. And the music was all chosen by Deborah Perdue, the music we have today. And let's see what I've got here. We've got I am not seeing the song that I want to play, but if I have to fire it up again, I will. Hmm. Okay, 1 second. There it is. All right. Hmm. Very strange. Let me try this. There we go. Okay. This is In the Light, in the Love, in the Glory by Michael Stillwater, I believe. And I'm sharing the sound. And away we go. Does that sound okay?
I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am.
Hey, I knew that was going to happen. Let's try. Uh, there we go. Sorry, I'm faking it here, people, but good morning to everyone. I'm happy that we have Deborah Perdue here with us today. I'm Rob McGregor, as everybody knows, I think, and I am the practitioner of the day. Um, it's for Deborah's
Yeah,
benefit.
yeah. Oops,
I,
sorry.
sus I suspect
Something just went
that
on. Okay. Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can. I'm going to try muting some people here. And okay, that'll probably be better. For Deborah's benefit, I suspect that our traditions here at One Heart, One Mind are a little different than they do there. We have three practitioners at One Heart, One Mind, and we take turns doing the prac of the day function. We each have our own speaking styles, but we tend to speak for about 5 minutes at the beginning of the Sunday service, and this is my day. And this week our topic is, as explained in the newsletter, it's how might our lives change if we fully believe good is always unfolding, even in the face of challenge? And now there are two fundamental truths of the world. God is good and everything is God. And when you combine these two, you get everything is good. In your experience, everything is good. So in your life, you have situations that appear to be good and situations that appear to be bad. And you might ask yourself, I wonder how this seemingly bad situation is going to turn into good. Ultimately, it has to. Therefore, all seemingly awful situations can be more fun. A just okay situation won't be that interesting to watch how it will turn into good. A truly awful situation is always going to turn out to be good, and watching the metamorphosis is much more entertaining. It's like watching a magician with a top hat. It sure looks like the top hat is empty, but you already know that he's going to pull a rabbit out of it. And knowing that causes you to laser focus on the hat so that you can be impressed when it happens. So, as an exercise, I decided that I would imagine the worst possible situation to be in to see if I could maintain my belief that good is always unfolding. And here's the horrible situation I came up with. I've been falsely convicted of murder. I didn't do it, but everyone thinks I did. I've been sentenced to be executed, and said execution is scheduled to occur 10 minutes from now. Pretty dire, huh? Now, I'm pretty good at prayer, but in my experience, prayer manifestations take as long as they take, and I've got a feeling that I can't engineer a prayer solution to a problem of this magnitude in under 10 minutes. So, where's the good in this situation? I had to ponder this for a while. Well, I remembered the years I spent studying the Esther Hicks Abraham philosophy, which was between 2007 and 2012. Now, the Abraham entities described a state that they called pure positive energy, which seemed to be an experience of ecstasy, an experience of bliss. And they claimed that there were three ways to feel this: in meditation, and in sleep, and in death. They even explained that capital punishment was something of a joke, because what we considered to be the ultimate penalty was in reality a great experience, a reward, if you will. Now, is this true? I now study, I return to my science of mind roots, and I study that now. So I take the Esther Hicks stuff with a grain of salt. But I was looking at, can I look at that and see if those states of ecstasy can be achieved through meditation, through sleep, and death? Okay, well, with my experience, meditation can definitely be blissful. And how about sleep? Well, as I drift off to sleep, when I'm about 2 seconds from losing consciousness, I start to feel all warm and fuzzy and blissful. And the very second I wake up from a deep sleep, I can definitely feel my bliss state although I can feel it dissipating pretty quickly. So give them that I can do it. I can experience this in meditation and in sleep. How about death? Well, I can't claim to have any direct memories of that state, but we've all heard stories about surgery patients who have temporarily died on the operating table. And as they were moving into the light, they were resenting the efforts of doctors to revive them. So I'll concede that I can believe that death can result in a state of ecstasy. So back to my death row situation with 10 minutes left to live. Were I in that situation, when can I expect my good to show up? Well, that's easy. In 10 minutes. I'll feel really good in 10 minutes. And that's a worst case scenario. Okay. That was a pretty silly example, but it goes to demonstrate, to me at least, that I can believe that good is always unfolding in every situation. And the most fundamental principle of metaphysics states that as you believe, so shall it be done unto you. The more we believe in good, the more good we experience. And the more good we experience, the more we can believe in good. It's an ever expanding spiral of good. And on that note, let us pray. I am feeling that good all around me. I am feeling that good all around all of us. I am knowing that there is but one thing, one God, one universal presence, and that it is it and it is us. And I am knowing that right now. And I am so grateful for the goodness that pervades everything, that all experience is always good. We are so blessed we find ourselves in this universe that is good from one end to the other. And it is so delightful to know that nothing is ever really bad, ever. I am so grateful that this is true. And I am grateful for this assembly this morning. I am grateful for the people that have come here to join us, to listen to Deborah and her message. I am grateful for the fact that we all share the certainty that the Ernest Holmes technology is a blessing in our lives, that we are utilizing this to make life better, to reinforce within each other the goodness that we have, and to share the experience that we have. Thank you, God, that this is so. Thank you, God, for what is coming today. Thank you, God, for the insights we are about to receive. I am so grateful for this is true, and I release my word. And together we say, and so it is. And now, pardon me, because I'm also the Zoom engineer, I've got to, there it is. I'm going to, and voila. And the March affirmation, it does say, my imagination awakens new life within me. I envision boldly, knowing my thoughts are seeds of becoming. Ain't that the truth? Fresh possibility rises in me like blossoms reaching for the sun. I welcome renewal, growth, and the joyful unfolding of all I am. And so it is. And now, thanks to Deborah's song selection, we have, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to go up here. Pardon me for I'm faking it here. I'm going to hit this button and I'm going to scroll down. And there it is, sharing the sound. And profitable.
There's my boy in a bucket in the backyard under the sun. He's got his head down looking in the water just to see what he'll find. It won't take too long till he's off to search for somebody else. I'm gonna pay close
close attention to the moments to see for myself. I'm not waiting for the time to be right. I'm gonna give that boy my life like I've never known myself. I can't go back to where I've never been. There's always a choice, I'm choosing him. I'm so happy with my baby boy, and my wife, she bring me love and joy. I'm so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful. Now there's a woman in my bed with a past that I recognize. It's not mine, but I know where she's been and I realize we got together for a reason and I just can't run away like I did in the past. Now I made a commitment to stay. I'm not waiting for the time to be right. I'm gonna give that girl my life like I've never known myself. I can't go back to where I've never been. There's always a choice, I'm choosing them. I'm so happy with my baby boy, and my wife, she bring me love and joy. I'm so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful. Oh Lord, won't you help me to be the man that you intended to see? I've fallen down for so long, now I stand in your grace. I know that you are the spark in my step and light on my face. I am so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful, I am so grateful, grateful, won't you sing it with me? Grateful, grateful, grateful for your mama, grateful, grateful, let everybody feel grateful, grateful, don't you feel a little grateful, grateful, sing it out now, grateful, take it home now, I'm grateful, so grateful.
All right. I think that guy is grateful. Um, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker today, Deborah Perdue. In the time before we started the service, Deborah was sharing with me her 5 books she's written. She's quite a prolific author. She's also a spiritual teacher. And she is a practitioner at Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. And like me, she credits her life transformation. She credits the teachings of Ernest Holmes and the science of mind. And Deborah, that's a nice club to be in. So I know applause does not work well on Zoom, but everybody offer up a toothy grin to Deborah Perdue.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. I am so glad that Reverend Michelle asked me to speak this Sunday. It's an honor. She sure is a beautiful being. We were blessed to have her as our minister at Grants Pass CSL for many years, and it was so sad for us when she decided to move to San Diego to be with her family. and now you're blessed to have her. I'm grateful to Rob for all he is doing for us for this service and for his amazing talk and prayer. That was excellent. And actually, it weaves in a little bit with what I'm going to talk about, so that's perfect. My topic is making all things new in gratitude. I picked Jamie Lula's Grateful Song to play, especially because he's speaking of his delight and deep appreciation for the birth of his new son. So I felt that that's something new, like my talk. And I'm going to be weaving in thankfulness as I talk about making all things new, since gratitude is my very favorite subject. My talk title seems particularly appropriate as we watch nature right now make all things new in spring. It is easy to feel delight in watching all the new growth everywhere emerging. A special annual event at our place happened a couple of weeks ago. The frogs in our pond started singing and croaking their chorus each night. To me, they are the heralds of spring. Their sound is so big, it's like there's a million of them in our small pond. And it makes me laugh when they get silent when we open our kitchen door and then keep going after it closes. In Oregon, we are about a month behind California, so right now all the daffodils and crocuses and tulips have just popped up with their beautiful colors. The flowering trees are blossoming, green grass is emerging everywhere, birds are singing. We live in the country and there are new babies being born in the animal world, squirrels and lambs and deer. And nature is such a treasure trove of beauty and wonder. I like all the seasons, yet spring is so renewing and celebrates life so abundantly and is such a good reminder that Spirit is in charge and orchestrates everything in such perfect timing. I am thankful. So I have a quote from Ernest Holmes. As our thought is opened and we behold the image of eternity within ourselves, we are changed by this image into a newness of life. This is accomplished by the Spirit of God. To appreciate every single day what is brand new is my intention. What happens when things in the material world go awry and it might be more difficult to be in gratitude and joy? I'm going to share about a recent day in my own life and how I got back into my usual set point of being grateful and loving life. And it seemed impossible at the time. That day, about a week ago, I had learned of a practitioner friend's passing, and it was unexpected earlier in the week, and I was feeling the waves of grief come and go. I also felt a pressure to get things done because I had taken it easy earlier in the week when I first found out, and it got to be Friday. When I got caught up that day and sent out book design jobs, that's what I do in my day job, the authors didn't reply back. So I went to worst case scenario, which I sometimes do, and imagine they were unhappy with what I sent them, which turned out not to be the case. Then my sister had recently been laid off with 20 others from her job, and I felt sad and worried for her about that. All of this built up in me, along with the underlying continuous problems of this US administration right now in their actions. And I've got to admit, my gratitude practice went right out the window. I was feeling downcast and out of sorts. What often helps me when I have a bad day is that I tell myself tomorrow is a new day and I'll be better. But this time it seemed doubtful. I got a good night's sleep and began my daily spiritual practice when I woke up. I wasn't completely great, but felt a little better. Thankfully, the authors I mentioned both let me know they were happy with what I sent. I sent an encouraging email to my sister. I began reading daily guides with inspiration and a few other spiritual books that are nourishing. In my prayer time, I did start recounting the many things I'm grateful for. I meditated and listened to beautiful music, and that replenished me too. When I was complete with my practice, all things were made new. Hallelujah. I could rejoice in another brand new day. We are so fortunate as metaphysicians to have many spiritual tools to begin anew. Some of these very beneficial tools are meditation, prayer, reading inspiring books and authors, listening to uplifting music, creating affirmations, visualizing, envisioning, and being grateful consistently. I do sometimes forget to be thankful. It has made me laugh when I'm down and share with my husband about it, and he has to remind me, what about gratitude, Deborah? Oh, yeah. I welcome the fresh start that each day brings. Through connecting with spirit, I am able to feel the oneness, beauty, and magic of life that is always right there when I let myself focus on it. Meister Eckhart says, be willing to be a beginner every single morning. Let me tell you about a big demonstration where the person Jacob is now able to begin anew with his life. He's the son of a close friend of mine. In 2025, he had many hospital visits and emergencies. His liver was failing. It was obviously very stressful for him and also his family. When he had to go to ER again in December and seemed to be ready to pass, by a miracle, a new liver was delivered that day to the hospital and he was a match. And Jacob now has a brand new liver. It's been a few months now, and his body is accepting the transplant. He got to go home this past week. What a miracle. We all prayed, and I know the prayer treatments were amazingly helpful in this situation too. Talk about all things made new. He's the prime example of this, and he is very grateful, as is his family, after so much strife last year. If you are going through something heavy, even if not as serious as Jacob's situation, you might not be able to begin anew each day, as I've talked about. It's definitely important to accept wherever you are and not try to push yourself. I do remember when my mother had cancer, and I'd wake up feeling good and happy, and then immediately remember she was dying and feel dread and fear take over. Still, even in times like this, I recommend writing 5 things you are grateful for each day. For me, with my mom, I will mention here 5 things I could be grateful for having to do with her and her passing. I cherish the time I had with her as her main caregiver. We got closer than ever before. I was thankful for those who came and visited her from the Center for Attitudinal Healing, who were angels on earth. I was thankful to meet all her friends. My sisters and I grew closer. At that time, I hadn't found the CSLs yet. I believe that would have helped me cope so much better. I would have used all my spiritual tools I now have in my toolbox to help me feel better. I have a short meditation on beginning again. Let's do it together. So get yourself situated comfortably. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Let your shoulders drop and place your hands on your heart or in your lap. Close your eyes and take a few deep, slow breaths in and out. Visualize the past as a finished chapter. With each exhale, let go of old mistakes, worries, or rigid expectations. When you inhale again, recognize this moment as a fresh new beginning. Breathe it in and rejoice. Feel the lightness and space you are creating. Set a gentle, kind intention for the day, focusing on grace and curiosity rather than perfection. Let's stay in this consciousness for a couple minutes more. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, carrying this sense of renewal with you. This meditation reminds me to be in the present moment more. When I was down recently, as I talked about, I was thinking about the past and the future. Had I focused on being in the present or done this meditation, I'm sure it would have helped. So I add being in the present moment and releasing thoughts of the future and past to my spiritual toolbox. And before I wrap this up, I just wondered if anybody else wanted to share examples of maybe a problem you had and how you felt renewed later, or maybe what Rob was talking about, how something really heavy duty happened and how you were managed to summon up any rejuvenation and feeling renewed afterwards or even at the time. Would someone like to share? If you would, please raise your hand. It looks like I don't have any takers. Also, I wondered if anyone wanted to share about the meditation and what they set as an intention. We have some extra time. Lisa, you're on mute.
Oh, thanks, Rob. Um, I'll just share an old experience. Um, if you can think about you go shopping and you kind of don't necessarily always pay attention to everything that belongs to you. And so I was riding through Target, and I had my purse in my basket, and I was wandering about the store and so forth. And when I came to the end of my journey, my purse was no longer in the basket. Now, mind you, I think most women, everything in their life is in their purse, in terms of your phone and your addresses and your calendar, etc. And so I did the immediate freak out. It's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And kind of did that running thing in my mind of all the awfulness. And then I decided, no, I'm not going to stay there. And then the next thing that happened was I didn't have a phone number because my keys were, of course, in my purse. And next, I didn't have a phone number to call anyone. And apparently, there was no phone that I could use and no way that I could get a phone number. So things were just mounting in terms of the negativity and the fear and the what have you. And I finally, while I was sitting waiting for the security guard, I guess it was, I was waiting for, I just began to settle in and just began to meditate and to settle into spirit and to settle into the fact that, my life is not over. God's in charge. whatever happens will happen. I just want to be in the present moment and relieve myself of this awful feeling that I'm having. And I really was finally able to just to let go and and just be in the moment, as you say, and knowing that this thing has happened, but that it was kind of like, Spirit has helped me through other situations. This is just stuff. Somehow I will be able to manage this with the help of Spirit. And I basically got into a real state of surrender. And then they found my purse.
Hey,
It's like somebody came up and said, "Is this your purse?" And it
wow.
was, and it was, and it was just kind of like, as you know from my recent, everybody online knows in terms of my recent health experience, I just, I just feel so blessed that I've had so many, um, what shall we say, challenges to really come to spirit, to really come back to spirit sometimes, to come back to that the necessity of letting go, surrendering into the power that's just beyond us.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much. That's a perfect illustration. And it's so true to get yourself in that space of knowing everything's okay despite the circumstances. That's just really amazing. And the surrender and the being in the present moment, just like you talked about,
I
correlates
know.
with about.
It's why I'm so grateful to these teachings, because that's not my personality. I'm a flippity gibbet. I mean, I go off like a cork. I'm a very emotional person,
Yeah.
and I have a wild imagination, so I can really, I could really go where Rob went.
My that does remind me of a time that was similar. My girlfriend, one of my best friends, and I were taking a little retreat, a little girlfriend time out in the country by where I live. We had a rental, and on the way there, she accidentally left her purse somewhere, and so she was, freaked out at first, etc. And we did go. She would actually. We got to the place where we were staying, and then she took her car because we had two cars, and she drove all the way back trying to find where she might have left it, and she couldn't find it. And she went to the restroom that she used, etc., and it wasn't there. So she came back, and we called her husband, Michael, who's a practitioner emeritus, and he started immediately praying on it. And we both did. And she did get to a place where she felt more peaceful about it, just like you're talking about. And then she did have her phone because her phone was separate from the purse, thankfully. So she did have her phone. And a few hours later, a gas station in Cave Junction, where we live, nearby where we live, called her and said that someone had brought her purse in. So that was amazing. That was just incredible. And so I think her getting into that good place had bearing on the subject, and all of us praying too. I am so thankful for our Science of Mind teachings and all our spiritual tools we are given through it. Oh, Claire, do you want to share something?
I do. I do. It's so good to see you, Deborah. And Lisa, I so related to what you said. I was laughing when you said you're a flibberty gibbet, and I get emotional. I'm very much so that way myself. I had a situation occur yesterday, so I'm kind of still in it. But a situation occurred yesterday where I'm trying to figure out how to share this without oversharing and compromising anyone. But that included money, and it included a lot of money. And it included a lot, discovering that that the money that was supposed to be delivered to one place, AKA me, or us, got delivered someplace else. And of course, as we say, I started freaking out about that. and it was very unexpected. And I found out like sort of late at night and couldn't do anything about it, couldn't even really talk to the person about it. And naturally woke up this morning, first thing, boom, I start thinking about it again. And then I started remembering, well, first I heard kind of my guide saying something sort of like, you're going to be okay. Like you're always okay. We always have your back. And then I started thinking about this, I guess, the science of mind idea that this is not my source. Like this money is not my source. My source is my source. And the idea came to me, I was okay before I had this money, so I'm going to be okay even if something happens and it goes away. I'm okay. This money is not my source. Source is my source. So, and then I realized I was planning to go somewhere else and be part of a new thing, join a different spiritual gathering this morning, something local here, and I'd never done it before. And I thought, no, I'm too kind of flustered to like be meeting new people and engaging in this new thing. What I really need to do is be with my home people here, you all, and see you, Deborah, because I know your theme. I know how much you're such a gratitude maven, and so I thought this is really where I need to be. And so I was going through my morning and like kind of bringing myself back and talked to the person and got some reassurance, but it's still a bit, inside of me a little bit. And then I turned on my phone, figured as I was soaking in the hot tub, I would listen to something uplifting and inspiring. And Neville Goddard popped up. I have never before seen Neville Goddard in my YouTube feed ever at all. But there he was, and I know Michelle really likes him. So I felt like it was a little gift from Michelle and Neville. And I listened to that, short little 20-minute something that just felt like, it felt like I was listening to hours because it was so compacted and so condensed. And it just completely was like, this is absolutely what I need to hear. I mean, it just hit on all of the exact points. And then coming in and hearing you, Rob, and what you shared too, hit on all the exact points. So I feel like I'm in a really different place with it. Will I feel better when that actually the transaction gets corrected? Of course, but I also feel like I'm in the right place in order for that to happen. And then I can recognize that my fear is my fear, but it's not really grounded in anything. It's nothing I needed to really be afraid of. It's just that my default programming of cultural default programming of fear is getting kicked up. And so,
Yeah.
There
Thank
we
you.
have it.
Thank you. That's amazing because I saw that you wrote that Rob's message was just what you needed to hear, but now we know more why.
Yeah. Yes.
So
Yes.
that happens to me with YouTube, where
Yeah.
somebody comes up that I've never seen before, and it was just perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. I know. I know. Absolutely. It's such a blessing. Yeah. And getting to see you and have this time with you is such a blessing too. So grateful.
I also wondered, because we still have time, how many people do have a gratitude practice? Will you raise your hand if you do every day? Feel grateful? Yeah. Isn't it amazing how much it helps? And, I was doing a workshop once and this woman was listening to me, and I claimed, and I do believe this, that you can't be sad or angry while you're being grateful. And she goes, yes, you can. I realized I really should have handed her one of my journals so she could try it. But anyway, that was funny. Oh, there's one.
There's
Yeah.
one of your journals. I have to admit, I don't use this every day, but when I kind of go into when there's a difficult thing happening, and I've had some real big challenges over the last few years, then I turn to it and I write in it, every night for a few nights. Last time was in February, so but it's by my bedside and I dip into it. But I practice without it, but it's good to have the physicality of it. And her books are really beautiful. This is an unsolicited plug. They have beautiful pictures in them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have that one too.
There we go. Tara is my soul artist who has done these beautiful watercolors for my books. So I'm very blessed with her.
Yes.
And I was also going to point out that at the very beginning of the chat, I put my website. And if you want to, you can subscribe to my daily email gratitudes on the homepage, and you get a free PDF of my book, Grace of Gratitude Reflections. So I encourage you to do that if you want to.
Deborah, put it in again because anybody that came in after, like I came in after you did it, it doesn't show up.
And it looks like I can copy it.
Yep,
So
you can just copy and paste it back in.
here it is.
Yeah, your daily reflections are great.
And I've been writing them, and I sometimes will use a previous one, but I've been doing it for like 10 years. And so it's my gratitude practice to come up with new ones almost every single day. And it's Monday through Friday that they get sent out. So there you go. Well, I'm going to finish up my talk, and then I'm going to do a prayer, and then we'll be complete with this part. So just as the earth renews itself each spring, that same renewing life is expressing through each one of us. No matter what yesterday held, this moment offers a fresh beginning. We truly can begin again every day, even every moment. So let this season of spring remind you of the constant newness that lives within you. Allow Spirit to guide you. Use the beautiful spiritual tools our Science of Mind teaching gives us: gratitude, prayer, and awareness of the truth of who we are. And as we do, we begin to see that life is forever making all things new, including us. And for this ever-present renewal, I am deeply, deeply grateful. So let's take a few deep in and out breaths, centering ourselves in the oneness that is in everyone, everything, and everywhere. This energy stretches out to the farthest reaches of the universe upon universe, and it's in the tiniest microcosms. It is beauty, truth, wisdom, love, abundance, well-being, and so much good. I feel this vast good of God on deep levels this morning, and gratitude fills my heart. And I know I am one with the one. I know each of us is a magnificent expression of spirit. We are each drops in the ocean of spirit. And we are blessed to be together in spirit in this lifetime and eternally. This morning, I speak my word for all of us. As God makes all things new, I know we are renewed, rejuvenated, and feeling the grand goodness of life right now. Harmony, peace, and joy fill our hearts. We are living in the now moment, which is always perfect. Anything unlike renewal and rejuvenation is gently released. There is a healing going on. I know we are each perfect, whole, and complete, exactly as we are and exactly as we are not. Love permeates our hearts and souls. Embracing love, including self-love and forgiveness, brings abundant, beautiful blessings into our lives. I decree each of us is filled with spirit in our life. With spirit, all things are possible. All things are made new. With spirit, we are free and living our very best lives. When I don't know, I absolutely trust that the divine knows. How good it is to know that spirit's always got this. Deeply grateful for knowing all of this is true. I am thankful that the divine has already said yes and amen. It is done in the living, loving law of mind. And so there is nothing left to do except let spirit do its good work and let it be. And we say together, And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, everybody. It was my joy and pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Deborah. We are all grateful that you joined us today. Thank you for being here and with us. And now, Lisa, I think you are going to be doing our
Yes,
sacred giving. Cool.
yes, I am the one. Well, and our sacred giving is one of the best ways that we have for expressing our gratitude for our one heart, one mind community and for one another and for all the blessings that we receive from being who we are and the great family of spirit that we have become. And so I think each one here knows how to do this either through Venmo or by sending something to Reverend Michelle. And I don't know if you want to put up that address. I think most everybody has that part.
Don't have that. Michelle gave me,
Did she give
let's,
did she give you
I
the
do have the sacred giving. There it is. I think it's supposed to, there we go. This part I've got.
Okay, so why don't we think about saying this together? I give with a grateful heart, knowing that spirit is the source and substance of all supply. I joyfully participate in the circulation of abundance. My offering blesses the world and returns to me multiplied. I am grateful and I am prosperous.
And
And
so
so it is.
Yay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, not much in the way of announcements. We have our normal Tuesday evening class is not going to be held on account of our minister's MIA. But we're giving her time off for good behavior, and she well deserves that. If you can make it back next week, we have our service features the Levins. It's Deborah. These are wonderful musicians that join us periodically, and it's a couple, so we get two for the price of one, which is a pretty good deal. We appreciate a good deal. And if you're around 3 Sundays from now, I think, is going to be Easter. And we're going to meet at Ohm Center for Spiritual Living in La Mesa. If you are not in the general area, San Diego area, by all means, join us through Zoom because they have a monitor up on the side of the sanctuary, and we can see, all of us can see all your faces, and it's good to have you there. That's about all I've got. So I'm going to see if I can get Lisa to do a benediction and we'll do some music and then we're out of here.
Okay. Okay, so why don't we settle and get ready to pray, beginning by taking that deep unifying breath. In this very, very now moment, I am so grateful for what we have just experienced with one another and the blessing and the service has been blessed from the beginning to the end, from looking at with Rob in terms of the whole issue of facing fear and also with Reverend Deborah's wonderful talk in terms of the power of gratitude, and also reminding us in this wonderful spirit of spring, the whole concept of renewal and of the fact that all of these things are birthed in spring that we have nothing to do with, that they just happen. They happen from source. And so we must believe that this is the way our universe is run, that even though it may look dark at the moment in this country, that there is a higher power that has a purpose for this and that it will be revealed to us when we are ready to receive it. And so I know that each one of us is blessed, this service is blessed, and that we go forth with this remembrance of how important it is to be grateful for the good that is all around us, that we can currently see in the bursting of spring, but that we can also see in the people who we know are good, the people who we love, the people who give to us, the people in the grocery store who wait on us. There's so much good going on in the universe at the same time that the ugliness is showing its head, that we don't have to be consumed with the dark. We can stay in the light. We can be light bearers. And so I know that this is so. I know that Source is in charge. And I release my word into the law with the greatest of thanksgivings. And we can release it together by saying, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, Lisa. That was wonderful. And we got one more piece of music selected by Deborah. This is Karen Drucker singing "Thank You for This Day."
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Now thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. I want to say thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. Yeah. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna just say thank you now. Just thank you now. Thank you now. you now, thank you now, thank you now. Each and every day I'm gonna say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right. Hey, we're finishing just about on time. I'm happy with that. I am
In 5 years, I think
Whoa,
RScP is on the
uh-oh.
back of almost every phone in the room. There,
Sorry about that. I'm not so good at this, but I'm mustering on anyway. But I am grateful to Deborah Perdue for being with us today and making this possible. I am particularly grateful to each and every one of you on the Zoom screen here, because what this means is that we are able to carry on and allow Michelle to do whatever she needs to do so she doesn't have to feel bad about not being here because we did good. So thank you all. I very much appreciated Lisa's sharing and Claire's sharing and the whole 9 yards. And if anybody has anything they would like to say in about 5 seconds, I'm going to figure out how to stop recording, which